Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got the late model video for you. This time we are in the open setup series here at Lanier. Qualified 8th, did not run as well as I wanted to, although looking at the times of the leaders up front, I'm not sure if I'm even going to come remotely close to them. So, gonna try to keep it as clean as I can. Try to somewhat get to the bottom at some point in time. Not get freight trained too bad on the outside, as this tends to be a one groove track like most of the short tracks in iRacing. Tends to favor the bottom groove, and if you're not there, you can easily lose a lot of spots. 13 cars in total in the field. We are car number 6, I believe. Car number 7, sorry. So, in theory, I only have one spot to move up to finish where iRacing expects us to. I would love to get a top 5, pick up 2 or 3 spots if we can.
The track temp is 81
Not sure how
temp is 79
rough this is going to
Fahrenheit.
be off the start, so we're going to try to do the best that we can to avoid trouble. Like I said, the main focus on the first few laps is to try to get down to the bottom as quickly as we can.
You need to follow Hayes
And then,
in the outside column.
Going to do the best that we can to try to get the car around, not lose touch with anybody too much. You saw what happened in the fixed series for late models that I posted. I got stuck behind some people and had pace to keep up at the end with the top 5 and just literally had too much ground to make up. So I'm trying to do our best to get down below and avoid that situation as well if we have the car that can contend. Haven't actually run any practice sessions outside of my own personal testing sessions to know how this car is going to do. So just going to do the best that we can and try to get there, see what we can get out of it. First race of the week with this setup, so kind of using it as some real-time evaluation as well to see what can I work on or what didn't work. So, getting ready to go.
Okay, Jake, get ready.
There's the green
go.
flag. Try to find our way to the bottom. Looks like we got the 5 that's going to dive low, so we're going to stay high to avoid that.
Still there.
Let him go and see if we can get low. Looks like
Clear
the
inside.
13 is going to look inside, so this is what can easily happen. If you don't get down quickly, you can lose a lot of spots.
Hold your line.
Just kind of right around the top if we can.
Still there.
Looks like we got the 11 going way high, looking to drop to the back, so falling behind the 13, finally get to the inside.
The leader has just
We
done
had the 10 looking inside, so
P10.
lost quite a few
Still
spots off
there.
the start, but half expected that to happen.
Steady.
Got loose off a 2 there. Try to not
Keep it
abuse the
steady.
tires, that's my key to
Hold your line.
being able to pick up. Looks like we got bumped from the 11 on the outside.
P9. That's your quickest lap in this.
Clear outside.
Clear him, looks like the 13 loses it off a 2, so we're going to take some spots there, try to work our way now, get into a groove, go after the 8.
The car ahead has just done a 14.29 P8.
See, we're back to where we started, so that's progress at least from where we dropped back, but again, feel like we should be better than that, so try to do what we can, work our way through. It is a long race, so you don't want to abuse the tires too much early. You can end up falling off really bad on the back end, so hopefully we can run hard enough to catch up to everybody, but not abuse the tires as well. So
That lap was at 14.43.
got enough clear track, just well off the pace for the leaders, so I'm going to try to do what we can to make up as much ground. Wish we were closer to try to capitalize on the 6 being stuck in the high lane, but we're just too far back. He should have plenty of room to get down, right in behind the 8.
The gap in front
Okay,
is
our
now
next target looks like he's getting
0.69.
really loose through the corner, so that's going to heat up those tires, the right sides especially, and make it a little bit tough for him to get through the
Good lap.
corners
That's
quickly.
your quickest today.
We get a little loose off of 2 as well.
P8.
Gonna try to rotate the car around, just wait to see if he makes another mistake and try to get by him.
That lap time was
Don't want to wait too long, but I'm also
14.42.
not going to force the issue, cause any contact or problems there. Definitely see we got the pace over him and the 8 as well. Looks like the 8's falling back from the rest of the group, so we're going to try to get by these 2 as quickly as we can so we don't lose touch with the 5. It's going to be a very tough track to pass at times. 6 seems to be taking a
That
bit of a
lap was
higher
at
entry and coming in, so
14.36.
See if one of these times we can try to sneak underneath if he makes a mistake, although I'd prefer to try to get underneath him coming off the corner.
Your lap time was 14.45.
Close, try to get on the gas, see if we can get to his inside.
Still there.
He's going to hold to the outside pretty well, so it may take a full lap to execute the pass.
Hold your line.
You've just done a 14.52.
Hold your line. Clear to the top.
Able to get by him without any contact, that helps us. He's going to try to pull a crossover. We'll try to come back down and stop that going into 1. Hopefully we can get by the 13 as quickly as possible. I got the 8 just up ahead. We'd like to get up to him. 13 moves out of the way. Thank you to him.
Outside.
Okay, Jake.
Clear to the outside.
Looks like he makes some contact with the 6 as well.
14.
Looks like the 8's blinking a little bit, so we're going to have to watch that. I'm going to try to catch him as quickly as we can. See, we still have a very outside shot at a top 5. So we're not too far away from 5th, but 8 gets really loose through the middle of 3 and 4, allows us to close up big time on him. Try to see if we can force him to make another mistake or try to work underneath him. Don't have too much pressure from the 6 behind, so I feel like our car's rotating a little bit better through the center of the corners compared to the 8 without getting too loose. He pushes up.
7th position.
Wish we were a little bit closer to try to take advantage of that, but move the brake bias back a little bit as well. Try to help us get into the corners a little bit easier. Cars coming out of pits can always be scary here because of how it blends in. Looks like the 6 is trying to make a charge again, so we're going to have to try to get back to the 8 and see if we can force the issue a little bit without overheating the tires. Looks like we got another lap car up ahead, but they did a good job to get out of the way of the 5, so shouldn't be too much of a factor, at least I'm not expecting it to be. Looks like we're all kind of running even right now. He's still showing that he's getting loose through the corners. Looks like he's driving in pretty hard. Pushes up out of 4 that time. Allows us to close up to him. Trying to do the best we can. We get into the wall. Hopefully we didn't hurt the right front too hard. It's just stupid driving error on my part.
You've just done a 14.67.
Try to push underneath the 8 if we can. Close to him. Get on the gas a little too hard, almost over rotates off the corner. 9 goes high to let both of us by.
Our outside. Outside is clear.
Try to work to the inside of the
Clear
5. Make a little bit of contact with the 8. He goes up high. Lost some time to the 5 from where we were before, so we'll see if we can catch him.
You've just done a 14.84.
Looks like the 6 gets by the inside of the 8 as well. They're going to have a bit of a battle, but that seems to be done.
It's now 85 Fahrenheit.
Just going to try to settle back in, as we only got 26 complete out of 60, so plenty of time to try to grind back to the 5 for 5th, so just going to try to calm down, get into a rhythm, and work our way up. Move the brake bias back a hair more too as well. Pushing it a little hard off the corner, so I'm going to try to ease into the throttle rather than mashing it down quite as hard. It'll help save the right rear.
That lap time was 14.73.
See, we're holding about even with the 5, so every lap that goes by makes it a little bit tougher to try to get to him.
Levels are fine. Your lap time was at 14.71.
And we're on the back half of the race now, so it's possible that their tires could fall off a little more.
You've just done a 14.76.
Just gonna try to do the best that we can. And I'm still learning how to build setups in these, so It's all a learning experience for me. I do them all by hand. I don't buy any setups or anything like that, so it's all my own trial and error right now.
The gap behind is now 0.83.
Pulling away a little bit from the 6 and the 8, so that helps relieve any pressure out the back.
That was a
Just allows us to focus up ahead on hitting the marks and running consistent laps to try to catch the 5. Gonna come by with 26 to go. You see, we're slowly making some progress, but again, we need to make a little bit more progress because it's going to take a few laps to try to get around them. Every car ahead's going to be that much tougher to pass. Looks like the only car that we'll have a shot at would be the 5 unless there's any kind of wrecks or problems up front. Overall, this race has been fairly clean, so nice change of pace from sometimes how the fixed series can be.
The gap behind is now 1.12. You've just done a 14.80.
So we're holding about even with the 5 right now, so hopefully he's pushing the car pretty hard. He'll wear out the tires a little more than we will, and we can start closing in a little bit faster, chipping away at it. Brought about a 10th, but it's just a very slow gain, so definitely need to make faster gains than that right now as we're coming to the line with 21 to go. I feel like I'm sliding the car around the middle of the corners a little too much, so we're going to want to slow it down a little bit more. Bring the brake bias back some more as well. 20 to go this time by. Gave up a little bit of time, but I feel like I wanted to kind of settle down on the tires and not wear them out so much. Sliding them was only going to make them heat up and fall off harder. Trying to roll it around the corner a little bit better. Really trying to do a better job of focusing on rolling the car through the center of the corner rather than sliding it into it. See, we're slowly catching up to the 5. Looks like he got a little loose on entry. So did we. We slid all the way through the corner, so that really hurt us. It was a chance to gain even more time than what we did. So gonna have to kind of back off a hair to let the tires cool from that slide. So chunked out a little bit to him, so definitely still hot. As you can see, the slide on entry, we gave up some time again, so back it off, let the tires cool, and try to remount another charge. See, the 6 is the only one that's pulled away from that battle, so he's caught up a little bit, but I feel like we can try to pull away from him again once we get the car going. We just have to accept another 6th place finish, which is better than our start. Was somewhat of a nice recovery after getting freight trained on the outside, so didn't get the car quite out as high as I wanted to on that straight. Kind of pinches it through and kills the momentum through the center of 3 and 4 when you do that.
That lap was a 14.91.
Really trying to slow the car down and let it roll through the center of the corner rather than sliding it. About holding steady with the 5 right now, coming to the line next time by for 11 to go. Pulling back away from the 6, so again, I think he only caught because I had slid the tires and was slowing down to cool him back down. Making up a tiny bit of progress on the 5, but it is not anywhere near enough to be able to make a pass.
Last lap was a 14.85. The gap behind is now 1.14.
We're slowly catching them. Better qualifying effort starting on inside row might have helped close up on them and have a better shot at the top 5.
Lap time was at 14.89.
definitely give me something to work on for if I run any future races this week is qualifying effort. But in general, that's going to be something to really focus on. Is track position is just huge in this series.
One gallon remaining.
Let's see, we got 6 laps to go, or 7 laps to go. 2 lap cars will try to work by. They both go high. We'll see if we can get by them, and we get loose off of 3 there.
What's your speed limit?
All of our spots.
Lane speed limit is 30 miles per hour.
That hurt big time as we drop back to 8th.
Pace ahead is now 1.62.
That was 100% on us, unforced error. Really sucks. Wanted to get a better finish there. Unfortunately, we were in the position, if we wouldn't have driven it too hard, we were trying to get by both lap cars, and that was just completely unnecessary unforced error. So, hate that I had to do it. Try to stay ahead of the leader if we can, at least finish on the lead lap, salvage something out of it. So we're going to come by with 3 to go, leader's going to come by with 2 to go. Right behind us, we're going to try to do our best to stay ahead of them if we can.
2 to go. That lap time was 14.94. The gap to Hayes in front is now 2.00.
Leader's going to come across the line to get the white flag. Looks like they should have enough gap that we can stay in front and not let them by, and they can still hold on to the lead.
8th place.
We're going to come by to be able to stay on the lead lap. Looks like Devin Curl's going to get
White
the
flag,
win.
last lap. That lap was at 14.92.
Fortunately, finished where we start. Not the worst thing in the world, but definitely should have been a slightly better finish. Completely unforced error. Really frustrating, something to work on. Just not force issues when we don't have to. Managed to finish half a gallon, so I hadn't run a full fuel run. Wasn't sure if I was going to be right on the edge or not.
The pit speed limit. Box in 1,400 feet.
Gonna come in. We will take a look at the results. See, that was a top split, 24-45. Unfortunately, with the segregation of the late model series from open only to fixed and open, we speed and seen a lot weaker fields. So about a 10th and a half off the fastest lap set by the 2 cars. So would like to be a little bit closer to that, but not horrific. You can see a lot of guys in the 2s, so we were definitely off that way. Lost 9, but gained 6 on the safety rating. So fortunately, could have been somewhere in that 18 to 20 range. Would have been nice to have. Gave away 2 spots that we didn't need to with an unforced driving error. So probably run another one. Try to get that back and focus on qualifying a little better. Try to keep up with everybody. So stay tuned for more videos the rest of this week. And remember to like and subscribe. Leave any comments, anything else you want to see. And thanks for watching.